Why a new movie, Spider-Man No Way Home, can really teach you bad things. My name is Sveta Bugela. I'm a hypnotherapist and I'm an expert in subconscious mind. And today we're gonna talk about very popular Marvel movie. And there is nothing bad in it. Actually, even my kids watched this movie and they are 4 and 8 years old. What is so bad about one lesson that we can find in this movie? And no, I will not talk about Marvel madness, addiction, and so on. I will not even talk about some cruel stuff which absolutely we can see in this movie. No, I will tell you about one phrase which was said in the very beginning and which influenced the whole story and which is repeated at the very end. And if you don't know, our subconscious mind learns exactly like that. When something is repeated, when something has big influence, we remember it deep inside of our subconscious. It's not circulating in our mind, in our thoughts, but it is lying deeply inside of us. It is laying there, It is laying deeply inside of us, and that has a profound influence on everything that we do in our life. So this phrase belongs to MJ, to Zendaya. Oh my gosh, when I think about Zendaya, I remember her dress. Her dress was so gorgeous. It was so amazing that my thoughts are flying away from the topic of this video, and I'm thinking that I want such a dress too. Okay, let's leave her dress alone. It was really very, very sexy and it was nice. So let's get back to the phrase that MJ said. If you expect disappointment, then you can never really be disappointed. And you will say, yes, but that's true. That's how it is. When I'm prepared for something bad, when it comes, I'm not surprised and I can overcome it easier. Make sense? Of course it does. But that's how our psyche works. Our psyche likes everything predictable. When something is not predictable, our psyche is freaked out. Our psyche wants to run away from everything unpredictable and everything that we are not used to. So of course, your psyche is trying to predict bad things to make them more familiar. And when they are more familiar, you're not freaked out. So that makes sense. But the main reason that I really say that this is a bad lesson, that our psyche has energy, our mind has energy, our thoughts have energy. When we are thinking about bad things, we actually attract them to our life. So it's like you are predicting bad things, but actually you make them happen because your thoughts are in the vibration of bad things coming to you. You have this vibration in your mind and that bad circumstances, they already exist, like good ones. So just imagine your brain and your thoughts and reality. Multiverse, like in Spider-Man. You have a lot of variations of your reality, good and bad. And all of them exist at the same time. So, when you are vibrating on the frequency of bad circumstances, you match with them. Like in Tinder, boom! And you attract them to your reality. So they become your real life. That means that when you go out of this loop of negative thoughts and start to manifest good things in your life, you start vibrating on their frequency and you attract good circumstances. And they become your reality. So MJ in this movie teaches you to be in a bad mood, to be always prepared for bad stuff, And you know what? People nowadays are usually stuck in their mind thinking what bad can happen. After coronavirus, war, which is happening right now. I'm from Ukraine, and in my country there is a war. And of course, people are thinking about bad things. They're thinking, okay, what else can happen? What else can be ruined around me? And guess what? We are attracting more and more and more of that bad. Unless we start to vibrate on higher frequencies. We start to think what we really want in our life. Not what we don't want, but what we want. And that's quite opposite to the way our brain works. Because I said at the very beginning of this video that our brain likes to predict bad things. Because this way, our brain can really be ready for all that bad stuff and become familiar with that bad stuff. And it's an illusion that it is good for you to be prepared for the bad. Because the real thing is that you should be programming your good stuff. It doesn't mean that you should fly around on the white cloud and thinking about unicorns. No. You should know that, yeah, if something bad happens, I have inside of me stability inside of me. Outside, everything can be unstable. But inside, I have stability. And with this stability inside of me, I can cope with everything that happens. But I will program good stuff. I will vibrate on the frequencies of good stuff, and that will help me to attract that good stuff to my life. And if I fail somewhere, be not so persuasive for my universe and attract something bad, maybe actually it is good for me. Maybe I just don't know it. Maybe in future it will serve me in a better way, but I just cannot understand it right now. So that's the main reason, not what MJ is teaching us. And when you are a kid and you watch this movie, this phrase is a red thread which goes through the whole story. Because MJ says it at the very beginning. And then everything that happens is bad stuff. And it's like she can say, I was telling you. Yes, do you remember? I was telling you. I was predicting this. You know, like my mom always likes to say, I was telling about it. So the same about this phrase which MJ said to Spider-Man and her friends. And they really see that it is like that she's right. All the bad stuff happens. And in the end of the movie, already Spider-Man repeats this phrase to her, like saying, yeah, I do agree with you now. Absolutely. And what our kids absorb? They absorb, be prepared for the bad stuff. And you will not be disappointed. You will feel better than others. But that's how we start to function on lower frequencies. We start to attract those bad things to our life. So be very attentive when you are picking up a movie for a family evening. And even if it's Spider-Man, it's okay, but pay attention to such small things and explain to your kids afterwards that you shouldn't trust everything being said on the screen, that there is another lesson that they can learn from it. Lesson how not to do. So Zendaya and MJ, her heroine, she actually has attracted that bad stuff. So just try to be focused on what is going on in the movies that you watch. What is like a red thread there? What lesson is inside of this movie? And your kids and you also can absorb it without even understanding. I recently edited a video about movie Pretty Woman. I bet you have watched it. So please, if you haven't seen that video, because there I explain why this movie can ruin your relationships, can ruin actually your life if you believe in what is said there actually beneath the whole story. So go and watch that video. And of course, please subscribe to this YouTube channel because here will be everything about subconscious mind. Press that ring button not to miss any new video. And of course, subscribe to my Instagram account because there I share real life. I share how I use all these rules and how you can use them also to get very nice results for your happy, stable, nice life. And I'll see you in the next video.